Good morning, mate. Mark Schneider here today, and today we are going to have a little fun with my ATV. So let's get her loaded up and go.
The ride is approximately 4 hours, I think. Is that about right? Yeah. So we'll stop for lunch. There's a famous hill here called Suicide Hill, where Kevin's group and my group will meet.
we are back home. I gotta give the machine a wash, but before I wash, I gotta give a huge thank you to the Belair ATV Club, the Belair ATV group, for setting up today's ride, directing it, having a blast. I have to say thank you to Eastman ATV group because they maintain those trails. That's mainly their trail that we took today, which is the Sandilands. It's a lot of fun, a lot of things. I've taken it before, and that's actually where I broke an axle the last time I took that trail. So I'm glad that didn't happen this time. But I gotta give the ATV a bath. Again, thank you to the Belair ATV group for having me on the ride. I always love taking rides because they're a lot of fun. I gotta admit that they're a lot of fun to do. As well as thank you to Westside Honda because this back seat I bought, it did, like today was its first initial test and it did awesome. It's dry, it got no moisture trapped inside. A little bit of problems with the gas can on the back, but I gotta figure that out. That's kind of a flaw of my own. Like, it didn't get wet at all. Like, inside it's bone dry. It has so much storage. It's so nice. I love it. So I actually gotta find. So it is a Kimplex Nomad. I installed it myself and I built it, I put it together myself. I didn't design it. Kimpex designed it. It's a wonderful back seat. If you guys want to see me put it together and everything, the description, it will be down in the description below to that video of me building the seat and putting it on the quad. But huge thank you to everyone who took part. Huge thank you to Belair Group for the ride. Huge thank you to Eastman ATV Group for maintaining those trails because they were a lot of fun today. They were so much fun. And big thank you to Westside Honda for selling me this back seat that I love. I actually really love it. I was very typical about it. I spent a lot of money on it, but in the end, I'm in love with it. And now let's just cut to the clip of me washing the quad. Ew. That's why you wear sunscreen.
You got my head off the ground. You pick me up when I drown. You got my head spinning round. I'm out of control, just hold on. We can make this last a while, but you keep acting like a child. So we can do this one more time, then I'm not gonna do this anymore. Cry on my shoulder and make me feel like I'm the one. So go and cry on my shoulder. So
some of you might be asking, why am I cleaning my machine? I don't always do it after every ride, but you should. The reason you should wash your machine after every single ride is because you don't want mud being built up in the frame, in between cracks and crevices and all that. Because mud, dirt, clay, all of that stuff collects moisture. The more moisture you collect on metal, the more chances you have of rusting and the more chances you have of stuff breaking. As well as just clay. Clay likes to stick to stuff, so the more stuff clay is stuck to, the more chances stuff is stiff, and the more stiffer it is, especially like your suspension, the more you can snap things, and you don't want to snap things. You don't want things to snap. So as you can see, this side is all nice and clean, but I haven't gone to this side yet. All dirty and stuff. Clean, dirty, as well as, so like you can see the spring's mostly clean. I'm not done yet. It's mostly clean, dirty, and all this mud hardens over time, dries up, gets into everything, gets into the muffler, your muffler rust and stuff. I always take off the top of the seat to get a spray down in between, because like, see, otherwise I'd miss that dirt. It is good, and it is good health-wise to clean your machine after every single time you use it. I will also say though, I don't clean it every time I use it, especially if I'm just driving it around the yard. I don't care to clean it after, but if I go on a on a ride, I try my best to clean it every time, because on a ride, mud kicks up, dirt kicks up, all that fun stuff.
You can find someone but me to hold you. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you, dear.
Now, obviously, you don't have to do what I did, but I like to take off the little side panels. One, because it's just pulling the pull tabs here and here, just to get all the dirt and mud out. Because look, there's even a little dirt and grass right there inside that you can't get to normally. So I just like to take off the sides. This is the frame. I take them off just so I can get in all these cracks and spaces and nooks and crannies to try and get the dirt out as best as I can. As you can see, there's a lot of dirt in here right now. So it's pretty easy to take these off. For the Sportsman Polaris, it comes with this set of pliers, and this set of pliers has a special groove on the end, just so you can go dunk and pull it straight out.
My head off the ground, you pick me up when I drown. You got my head spinning round, I'm out of control, just hold on. We can make this last a while, but you keep acting like a child. So we can do this one more time, then I'm not gonna do this anymore. Cry on my shoulder and make me feel like I'm the one, so go and cry.
I do have to warn, and I do have to say, when you're doing this and washing your machine like this, you have to be careful of not getting water inside your intake. Otherwise you have to open it and drain it, and do not get water in here. What this does is auction. I don't like that from factory. This is just zip tied. That actually kind of makes me sad to see. But this air comes in here, spins this. This is part of the cooling system, I think, for the ATV. As you can see on that. Not entirely sure, because air comes in here, comes in, blows around here, comes out and blows down. So I think it's just an easier way to cool the thing. As well as, I would tell you, if you are ever looking at an ATV, buying an ATV, doing any of that type of stuff, be careful to check. Know where the points are, like brake fluid, oil's down there, coolant. All of that stuff is pretty easy to access once you start pulling. Everything's connected pretty much by pull tabs. Just be careful, because as you can see, I'll show you, know what to look out for, because like most of these parts are stamped by Polaris, like Polaris Industries, they're all Polaris. How you can know something is an aftermarket piece is literally, my radiator does not have any Polaris stuff, has this welding and all this. This is a homemade plate, a homemade radiator, because I upgraded my rad, but this is a modification. My rad is a modification. Seats are normally modifications, like gun racks, all that stuff is modifications, so you just got to be careful about that stuff. As well, it's always good to see, make sure there is no like huge built up mud, all your bolts are look okay and stuff. Like, you don't want rust on any of this stuff, because that's bad. It's really, really bad. Now, immediately, I have to admit, I do abuse my ATV a little bit. So I do try and show it the love and care it deserves. But as you can tell, I drive through things I probably shouldn't. And even though that plate's may be gone once I put a winch in, so nobody will ever know about that anyways. It's nice to wash the machine and make sure no mud or stuff, because I won't lie, I do abuse my machines a little bit. And when I mean by abuse, I do not mean by like I freaking throw things at it, I can't kill it. Like, I take it through, I pretty much all of my driving on my ATV is rough terrain. And that's not actually abuse of the machine because it's designed to go through all terrain. The only thing is with me, I only really take it through rough terrain versus a lot of people, 99% of other ATV owners and drivers and stuff, just drive it around the yard. They just drive it on trails. They just drive it on nice, smooth stuff because that's what they like. I like the rough stuff. I like going through rivers. I like going through lakes. I like going through huge puddles, sand hills, taking jumps. I like all this stuff, which the machine is built for, and I'm very happy to say this machine is very much built for it. But doing all that stuff wears out faster, things break, a twig went through that plastic there. So just, you gotta be careful with looking at this stuff. But I gotta admit, the reason I wash the machine and stuff, as much as I use this machine hard, I want it to last as long as possible.
On my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you. Let's just say our last goodbye, but now you can lay down for a while and cry. On my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you, dear.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys in the next video, because there's always more videos to come. There's always more ATV videos to come. Like, there's a lot of fun stuff always to come. And also, like, see, I only have one light on. I gotta replace the other one. So maybe you guys will see that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys in the next video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because if you want to see more videos, like, come on. You want to be notified when you do, so remember to hit the bell as well, because that will tell you as soon as the video comes up. Follow your dreams. Peace.
Someone but me to hold you, dear.